Hello, I'm Alan Muserino, Superintendent of Schools for the Alvord Unified School District. These are unprecedented times that we are in. We are tackling new challenges on a daily basis as the coronavirus and the impact on schools continues to strike hard. We are adapting on a daily basis. Our teachers, our staff, everyone having anything to do with supporting the children in Alvord Unified School District have stepped up to provide an incredible experience and the best experience under these very, very difficult circumstances. Thanks for joining me today, and on behalf of the Board of Education, we want to ensure that everyone is informed, everyone is updated and current with what is happening here in Alvord Unified School District. We're going to begin today with a message from our Board President, Mrs. Carolyn Wilson.
Good afternoon. I'm Carolyn Wilson. On behalf of the Board of Education, I would like to take a moment to wish all of you well and to be safe. I'd also like to start by thanking all of our teachers who are now connecting with their students through distance learning. Because of their incredible dedication, we are continuing to providing enrichment opportunities for all of our students. And to our amazing administration team, managers, and staff, we would like to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for working around the clock to ensuring our students are being fed, receiving laptops for instruction, and keeping our district moving forward. And a very special thank you to our parents and families that have shown such sincere commitment to their students' education. It's wonderful watching all of you at home providing art lessons of sidewalk chalk mosaics, science lessons on the kitchen counter, and PE instruction through bike rides and long walks together as families. And the acts of kindness are bringing such joy to our community. As our schools, teachers, and staff parade through our community streets in their cars with balloons and signs waving to their students, telling them that they miss them, and the students waving back, it brings such joy to everybody around and brought tears to my eyes. These are the moments that show the true spirit of our Alvord family, and through the love and support we have for each other, together we will get through this. We are Alvord Strong, and we look forward to seeing each other very, very soon. But until that time, please be safe, be well, and know that we are always here for you. So please, reach out to us if you need us. Know that we are here for you and that we love you. Please, again, be safe and be well. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mrs. Wilson, for that heartfelt message. We're going to talk to students now. Well, we're going to start with our seniors. We have one senior from each of our 5 high schools who's going to share the life or a day in the life of a senior post-school closure. So I'm delighted that we've had 5 here to share what's happening in their life since school closure. We have Libni Urias from Norte Vista. We have Kylie Ferguson from Hillcrest High School. We have Desiree Hernandez from Alvord High School. We have Reina Silva from La Sierra High School. And we have Elizabeth Romo from the Alternative Education Center. So Libni, let's start with you. Give me about 30 seconds on the day of a day in the life of a senior during school closure.
I remember during like 6th period when we got the message about like school closing down for like 2 weeks. It was like around during 5th period, and like I was in my Avid class, and I remember seeing all my Avid like classmates being upset about like, wow, like school's being closed down, like what about our senior activities? They're most likely gonna be canceled. And I remember seeing some like of the girls, especially the girls, crying because like we already knew that prom was going to be canceled, and like the money that we spent on our dresses like went to waste because we can't return them, or like we can't even use them anymore.
Thank you, Libni. Kylie.
I think a lot of the seniors at Hillcrest have been really upset too. It's been hard to be at home and not be around each other, but we do text each other a lot and contact each other that way, and I think a lot of the seniors have just been catching up on Netflix or taking walks with their families, a lot of stuff like that, trying to stay busy.
Thank you, Kylie. Desiree.
I
nice, but it is disappointing that the last few months of our year, we're not going to be able to see our friends, really do much of the senior activities they did planned. Disappointing, but...
Thank you, Desiree. And Raina.
So, what I've been trying is I've been working with my patients on different skills that could help me for later on. And I believe what the students as a whole in Lasera have been also upset and sad, but I believe that this is for everyone's health, and even though it affects us a lot, because of course we all want to live those experiences and we would like to enjoy it with our friends. I've just been trying to stay as productive as I can, even though at times it is frustrating.
Thank you, Raina. And Elizabeth.
So basically, it first came as a shock because we never expected it to be this serious at first, and so we needed to take time off. And well, basically, work is the same. Like, we mostly do our work online, office work, and English is like paperwork and everything. So that's kind of frustrating. But other than that, as long as it's keeping us safe from the COVID-19, we're all good. But I just hope this would end sooner than I'm supposed to.
Yeah, well said. Well said, ladies. Thank you. What's on your mind? What are some of the questions, the most burning questions that you have? I know you had the opportunity to get on the Thought Exchange to hear what some of your classmates around the district are talking about. But what questions do you have for me and the Board of Education that we might be able to answer today?
A lot of my classmates were a little bit upset about potentially not being able to walk at graduations. So, do you think it would be possible to have graduations later in the summer, or just something like to postpone them to have them later?
Absolutely. We heard from the governor today, in fact, while we were setting up this podcast, that it's likely that students will not return on campus this school year, that education will continue to be distance learning only, and whether or not the stay home order is lifted anytime soon remains unknown at this time. What I've written in our frequently asked questions is the answer to that very question, which is the Board of Education is committed to provide a ceremonial experience for our seniors. So whether it's August or whether it's September, whenever it is, we are committed to provide that opportunity for our seniors. So the short answer, Kylie, is yes.
So if seniors receive grants, scholarships, or have to apply to college and they are being asked to present a certificate of their graduating diploma, but if we don't receive it until then what could we provide these scholarships or grants or businesses that have counted on us and are willing to help me in order to pay for our future education?
Good question as well. The colleges, first of all, are relaxing all of their admission requirements. In fact, they're going to be relaxing them for juniors as well, as far as being able to take standardized tests like the SAT. So the UC and the Cal State system, as well as private universities, all are relaxing their standards. They know that there's unlikely going to be grades that they could calculate into GPAs, whether or not they just give credit or calculate based on what has come before. In other words, the first semester this year and your 3 other years is likely what's going to happen. I have provided on the FAQ a document from CSU and a link to UC, which explains how they're going to be doing things. But again, the short answer is you do not need to worry about transcripts or anything related to admissions, because this is a national phenomena and everyone knows that this is going to be a challenge that everyone is going to have to work together with one goal in mind, and that is to protect our students. So do not worry about that. Ladies, thank you very much. And in light of the latest news about the stay-home order extended until at least June 19th, I understand the anxiety and the feelings, the sadness on the part of all of our seniors and their parents. So I want to share one other item about seniors. This was on our thought exchange, which by the way is open until tomorrow, so you could still get on there. We have one for students, one for parents, one for staff. Please check your emails. This was written by a student, I'm not sure what age exactly. It says, I know that seniors are super bummed that they cannot do all of the fun stuff at the end of the year, but we should be thankful. There are thousands of people dying every day. We all have to play a part in slowing the spread of the virus. Some countries don't even have high school graduation ceremonies. So a little perspective, not to take away at all from the feelings that we all have for our seniors. So thank you for that. I'm going to transition now to the FAQ, because what's critical in this time is that information is provided from a singular source, so that we don't have a lot of conflict or mixed messaging that's out there. So I want to take you through the FAQ now. When you log on to alvordschools.org, on the home page you will find FAST as a queue for you to find anything that you would like to find on the website very, very quickly. If you click on Coronavirus School Closure FAQ, it will take you to the page where there's a number of items broken down and sorted by section on everything having to do with the coronavirus and school closure. The first section is an overview. You could learn about how this whole thing transpired. The second section is a timeline with key dates starting on March 13th when we closed and up until March 31st when we had recent information and guidance from the State Superintendent of Schools. The next section is just for seniors. And this is for our seniors, obviously. They are so concerned about the prospects of their senior year, graduation, and everything having to do with high school. And as a high school principal for many, many years, I totally can relate to the kids. On that section, it's everything having to do with how they will be able to get their transcripts taken care of and their grades, information on whether or not we will be able to walk and have ceremonies, and everything having to do with a senior's experience. The next section is details on the coronavirus and some key dates. The next section is teaching and learning and testing and grades, and this details all information that all parents of all levels of students want to know, particularly related to distance learning and how our teachers are connecting with our children, and they're doing an absolutely incredible job doing that. This third section is technology support, and technology support tells you everything from how to get into our laptop loaner program to how to access the internet. The next section has to do with graduation promotion and activities, extended a little bit beyond just the just for seniors section. The next section is food service, and this tells you everything you wanted to know about free meals and how you could access those. The next section, social emotional support. As I mentioned earlier in the opening, that is my primary concern and the Board of Education, which is the social emotional well-being of our children during this very, very difficult time. The next section is summer school and beyond, because we have to begin thinking about next year and preparing for next year, not knowing exactly at this time what that's going to look like. And the last section is staying connected and getting involved. On this section in particular, it asks, how could students and parents share their concerns regarding school closure? Also, we give the phone numbers and email information to stay in contact with us, since the district office is, of course, closed and will be for the foreseeable future while we have the stay-at-home order from the governor's office. Okay, as I mentioned prior to taking you through the FAQs, it's critical that you're being provided information from a singular source, just to ensure that we don't have mixed messaging out there. So I'm going to continue to update that frequently. Please continue to provide me questions for the FAQ, and we'll continue to push it out through all of our variety of different media platforms. Well, we've learned just from the time that we started this podcast to now that not only did the governor close schools for the remainder of the school year, but our county, Riverside County Office of Public Health has extended the stay until June 19th. Our school year ends on May 28th, so at this point, it is clear that we will continue with distance learning between now and the end of the school year. So instead of talking about school closure, because school is not closed, school houses are closed. We're going to continue to educate our children and and all of our students, no matter what grade level. And we're going to continue the distance learning program, now extended to May 28th. And a word about our extended learning. Our teachers are doing an absolute incredible job. The information, the feedback on the thought exchange from parents and students has been really focused on one thing, the incredible job that our teachers are doing, the outreach efforts. And we will continue those outreach efforts, particularly now that we know it's official that the rest of the school year is going to be online. So we will continue to engage with our teachers. We're provided professional development on a regular basis. For teachers, it's just a day in their usual life. They just happen to be doing it remotely. Principals are communicating with them, continuing to provide the support that they need to support our kids. In closing, I want to talk a little bit about distant learning. Distant learning basically is teachers and students being in different places. So there's a lot of ways to deliver it, not only via online platform. So we also are connecting with those who at this point may not have as much access or computer capabilities as others, but we also are loaning laptops and providing access opportunities. So please visit our website frequently for information about that. But the truth about this entire coronavirus is we are all learning. We are all learning an incredible amount. We're all learning how difficult it is to cope in a crisis situation. Our students are learning to cope. So many are learning to learn online. And truly in the 21st century, learning how to learn is probably more important than the actual content that students are learning. Our teachers are utilizing online platforms more so than in the past. So we will be better poised moving forward to provide even more opportunities for learning once all of this is behind us. Parents are learning how to be teachers. They're learning the challenges that teachers face every day. Teachers have 30, or if you're in high school, 180. Most parents may have 1, 2, 3, or 4. So once again, these are incredible challenges, and teachers are providing parents with resources, and parents are learning once again how to deliver that information and support teachers in helping their children to learn. So we all are learning. And I think the lesson for all of us, and what we really need to learn from this, is that we need to be sticking together throughout this crisis. That's the only way that we are going to come out of this and be well moving forward as a school district, as a state, as a country, and as a world, because obviously this is happening around the entire world. So on behalf of the Board of Education, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week. We are going to stream live moving forward. And I appreciate very much everyone's patience as we're figuring this out, because it's one day at a time and things are changing all the time. So please keep the questions coming via email. Please participate in our exchanges as well so that I know what you're thinking so I could respond to your needs. Thank you again, Alan Muserino, Alvord Unified School District. Everyone be well, God bless, bye for now.